These are my confessions. The days of confessing to man is long gone. The veil has been torn to be able to go to God directly himself. These are my thoughts, my reality, my experiences. This is my judge-free zone. And in return, I can't be judged by others. Come take a journey with me as I confess to my high priest.
Hello. Welcome to another confessional. It is 2/17/2019. Almost 41 years ago, your boy graced this earth with his presence. My last day of being 40, and just want to talk about it. No cross, no crown. Right now, it's Sunday morning, headed to do a little fellowship. I got my daughter in the car for me, holding it down. Got her boyfriend in the back. We're about to do some little fellowship, food, fun fellowship, as I like to call it. Anywho, no cross, no crown, right? My 40th year, I just want to break that down. It was a blessing. I remember coming into this year, coming into 2018, it was like I was having like an exorcism in a sense. I literally felt good and evil all in me. I really felt the battle in me. And I thank God that the Spirit of God won. And what I mean by that is on January 1st, 2018, I had a decision to make like so many other people. Are you going to do it God's way, or are you going to do it your way? You know, that was in me, you know, a decision. And I literally felt, you know, I don't know if you ever saw New Jack City, the episode with Pookie. Pookie was all high and stuff and sweating and shaking. That was me. That was literally me. And it was time, man. It was time to do a spiritual detox. And God had his way in a sense. And even to make all that make sense, this 40th year that I have been blessed to live this earth, it's been life-changing. And I believe more than anything because I literally picked up my cross. And what I mean by that is, I was the type of dude that never wanted to be alone, you know what I mean? And I just ain't like it. Still don't like it in a sense, but I'm able to deal with it. I'm able to do it. And that transition in the early part of 2018 when I just hit 40, I decided to be on my own. I decided to do like a, what you call that when you in prison? Solitary. I learned solitude for the first time in my life. And that was a blessing. I got to give shout out to my grandmother, Katie Harper. She's the type of woman, she know how to just be with God. She know how to just be with herself and be happy. I wasn't happy being by myself, you know, when it comes to the things of life, things of that nature. But I learned solitude. I learned how to hear from God. Most importantly, I learned how to hear from my own self. I learned how to hear within myself. And I gotta thank God for that solitude right there. But no cross, no crown. You know, no cross, no crown. It's just that I had to pick up a cross to obtain this crown. I learned my identity like never before in this 40th year of life. I learned how to walk in peace. I learned how to stand in peace. I learned how to get some power and authority from God within His Spirit. So many things, and then most importantly, I learned just how to be still. I learned how to be still. And I'm grateful. And it was a process. It wasn't easy, you know what I mean? It was not easy to come outside of yourself to be better. It just wasn't easy, but I'm happy that I did it. I'm happy that I made the right decisions to allow me to be knocking on this 41 year with the same type of happiness, with the same type of excitement that I had going into my 40th year. Just to give a quick story, then I'm gonna get back to driving. Moses. I think about Moses. I think about my life this 40th year when I think about Moses. Moses was a dad at 120 years old. If you break down Moses' life, he had 3 different phases in his life. 40 years in the kingdom with Egypt, with the king. Then he spent 40 years in the wilderness. And then he spent, he spent 40 years on the run. And then he spent 40 years in the wilderness. Every 40th year represented probation. And that's how I look at my own life, that I was on probation. You know, I Curtis, go back to first love. I Curtis, are you going to be my first love? That's what I believe that spiritual detox was back on January 1st, 2018. To get them spirits out of me that I didn't want, that it was hard for me to fight against, and then got me to a point of being like sober-minded, sober in my spirit, sober in my thoughts, and I was able to be conscious enough to be like, you know what, God, I'm gonna choose you first. So I believe because of that, because I kept God first in my life, in my heart, that I passed this probation. So now tomorrow when I hit 41, sky's the limits, you know what I mean? And that's it, that's all. Everything I'm talking about is spiritual. Everything starts spiritual, but more than anything on the natural side, so many things happening, starting on business. Oh my God, blessing of God, different gifts and talents. Now I'm able to bless people, to connect them with different services, and then just my family, man. I thank God for my family. My family's well. I got another grandbaby on the way. My kids are doing well. I mean, my kids are happy with their significant others. So this 40th year has been awesome. I'm looking forward to 41 and above. More than anything, I just want to thank God for the opportunity to smile. You know what I mean? By me choosing to do what He wanted me to do, I spent my 40th year smiling, and I'm about to spend my 41 year cheesing. And with that, that's my confession.